Don't let the smoothie fool you. I only drink these out of guilt after I eat a super bad meal. I haven't driven my E30 in a while. It's right here. It's actually super dusty and like kind of embarrassed of how bad it looks. Let's open it up. Let's check it out. It's pretty bad. As you can see by all the dust, I haven't driven it in maybe like 3 months or so. It's one of those things where you have the car and you love it. When you first get it, you're like super hyped about it. And then after that, you do a few modifications to it, and then it kind of slows down. You get busy with life and work and all that stuff. So you kind of forget about it a little bit, and then you drive it again and you realize why you love the car so much. You know, it's fun to drive. It zips in and out of places, you know, it's small, but it feels like you're going super fast, but really you're not going very fast. If you've seen like an aerial view or something, you would probably laugh at it. So anyway, let's take a look at my E30. I'm gonna show you some stuff that's wrong with it, some stuff that's cool about it, what I've done to it so far, and what I plan to do to it in the future. So obviously I got the RPF1 15x8 plus 28 offset wheels on there in a matte black. They also have, I believe that's like a 12mm spacer or something. I'm not exactly sure. The guys at Texas Track Works did all the installations for me, and they told me probably 100 times what the spacer size was, but I just didn't pay attention. And yeah, I also have the BC Racing Coilovers. You can't, I don't know if you can see them through here, but probably not. No. The guys at Texas Track Works installed that for me. The tires on these RPF ones are 225 50 15 Toyo R888rs. That's the new one, the new model. What else? It's super dusty. Look at that. Holy shit. That's embarrassing. One of the things that doesn't work is the antenna, power antenna doesn't come up. The radio locks every time you turn it on and asks you for a code, but you can put the code in and then the next time you turn it on, it does the same thing. Interior is in decent shape. Another thing that's wrong with it is that door lock over there doesn't work. So you have to unlock it from the passenger side door, and even then it doesn't open it. So, well, right now the windows are up. I mean, the windows are down, so you can just pull it out. But usually I would have to open this door, go on the other side, pull it up to unlock it. So let's take a look at the interior. Door panels are in really good shape. A small tear here. The door jambs were painted whenever the car was painted, which, by the way, I'll get to that in a little bit. But it was a really cheap paint job that probably in the long run I'll regret, but who cares. And then the steering wheel is the one with the airbag, which that's coming off. I have a sparkle steering wheel that I plan to put on there. The seats have some tears on them, which is to be expected in a car this old. Still has a stock stereo, as I mentioned. A small crack on the dash. Passenger seat is a little better than the driver's seat. Of course, it's 5-speed. Has stock clutch, everything. Everything's pretty much stock, other than some suspension parts. And the wheels, of course, tires. Back seats are in really good shape. I think there's a couple of cigarette burns back there. That seat's kind of jacked up. But door panels over here are almost perfect. A couple little scratches. I believe this is an aftermarket spoiler or wing, whatever. Not sure what the brand is. I know it's on here somewhere, but can't really read it. I think it says Linders, something like that. Lander. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty stock. I'm gonna open up the hood here and we'll take a look at it. Engine. Again, this is the 1991 BMW E30 E30. See, there's the BC Racing Coilovers with adjustable dampers. Has the M42 engine, which is, I believe it's like 130 horsepower, something like that. The previous owner did something to it. I forgot what he told me. The cams or something switched over, so it makes a little bit more horsepower, maybe like 5 extra horsepower. It's stock, but like I said, it feels a lot faster. Like when you're in it, it's just a fun car to drive. The car used to be silver. I don't know if you guys have seen the silver photos from way back, maybe a year ago. It was kind of this color, but it had like a pinstripe and a little bit of some dents and scratches, things like that. So I wanted to paint it, and I've always wanted like a black car with black wheels. Man, look how meaty this tire looks. What? Seriously, like sometimes I feel like, man, I should just sell it and like get something else, but it just looks so tough. Hasn't given me any problems at all, but again, I haven't driven it as much as I should. It's pretty good shape. It doesn't leak any oil. It has a small leak that comes out of the gasket, but it doesn't even hit the floor. It does have a power steering fluid leak, also a pretty slow leak. I fill it up maybe once every 3 months or something. I'll have to put a little bit more in there. Another thing is the speedometer doesn't work. The mileage does work. It has 169,000 miles. What else? The MPG gauge doesn't work. Well, you know what? Speedometer does work. The tactometer doesn't work. I believe that's what it's called. I always call it RPM gauge because I'm not that much of a like car. I guess you would say I'm not that much of a like car nerd. I don't really know a lot of like technical terms, things like that. You know, I don't work on the car a lot myself. You know, I'll do little things, but all the big stuff I leave to the pros. I'm more just of a car enthusiast guy, someone who loves cars, loves the way they look, more of a visual guy. So I can like imagine like a car like this with some fat tires and some wide wheels and color combinations, things like that. You know, I remember when I first got this car and I told people I was going to paint it black and put black wheels with the meaty tires and the 15x8s RPF1s. They were like, what? I don't know if that's going to look good, you know, but it looks exactly how I thought it would look, and I think it looks pretty dope. I mean, I think a lot of people like it too, you know. It's not just me, of course. I think it looks super dope. I really like the 15x8 RPF1s. They did have to roll the fenders, and it rubs a little bit. Like, well, actually, it looks like it's rubbing a lot more. Oh shit! I have a smaller tire. Oh, it is. It's a That's what people call self-clearance. I have a little bit smaller tire, some Nittos that I have for my 15x8 silver RPF ones that I'm going to put on here soon. Those might not rub as much, so oh shit, that's actually pretty bad. I might get a fucking flat tire. Yeah, the fenders were rolled. What else? I don't think they were pulled or anything, just rolled. What else? What else? What else? I think that's all. I mean, it has some fog lights. I think those were put on after the fact. And that's it. I have some sparkle seats that I'm gonna put on there in a minute. We'll go inside the shop where I have some of those parts and kind of show you what I'm talking about. 2 front seats. I think it's the Evo Sparkle seats. Those are gonna go in the front. The back I'm just gonna leave the way they are. What else? I have the Sparkle steering wheel with that actually. I have it here, I think. Yeah. So I have this steering wheel. I like the drift version better, so I'm gonna see if I can get one of those instead. Sparkle was cool enough to send these over to me, and then of course I have the hub that goes with it. It's my spare tire there. I have this cover that I should have been using for a long time, but the beginning of this video you saw me take it off, but I had just put it on a few days ago, maybe a week or two. So we're gonna go inside the office. We have kind of like a small warehouse here, warehouse/office where we keep some things, and of course ship out all the What Monsters Do stuff, all the shirts. But I'm gonna show you some of the parts that we are going to put on the E30. So these are the middle tires that I was talking about. They're a little bit smaller than the Toyos that I have on right now. This is the NT01. These are 225, 45, 15, which is just a little bit smaller in width. So maybe to take care of that rubbing issue, hopefully. And I also have some Yokohama A048s. These are super meaty. These are, I believe, the same size as the Toyos. 225, 50, 15s. And I have my 15x8 RPF1s in silver. I'm gonna take those out real quick to show you. So again, these are the 15x8 RPF1, 4 on 100, plus 28 offset. What else? These are exactly like the black ones I have, minus the color. I think these are gonna brighten up the car a lot more. What? Man, I think these are gonna look dope. So yeah, so these I'm gonna put with the Toyos. I'm sorry, with the Nittos, NT01s. We should go out there. Let's check them out. I think these are gonna look awesome. I always do this, and of course you're not gonna get a real good visual on how it's going to look, but if you flinch your eyes, you can kind of imagine it. It's gonna look cool. I don't think it's gonna look as cool as the black ones, because the black on black is just gonna be doper, because it's the way it is sometimes. But anyway, that's my E30 1991 BMW 318i. These are again some of the parts that I'm gonna put on it. I do have a very sparkle seat there as well. The other one's in the front office. I'm gonna add these 225 45 15 tires on there, hopefully to take care of that rubbing issue. And that's it. I'm gonna go wash the car, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.